So crosshair placement is like pretending you have wall hacks all the time. Imagine if I had wall hacks and I knew this guy was right here. Am I gonna just come to this area, look down, and then aim at him? Or am I going to see this guy through the wall, strafe right, and then shoot? You're gonna probably do the latter, right? And that's what crosshair placement is. It's about pretending you have wall hacks and then lining your crosshair up with the common area that an enemy is going to be in. So to do that in a game like Valorant, it's pretty easy because you just have to know the areas of threat when you're approaching a certain point. This is long A on split. What I'm gonna do is identify the areas of threat, and then you're going to keep your crosshair. As you peek, you're gonna keep your crosshair somewhere along this area. So this kind of comes with experience and comes with just playing the game. A really easy way to do this is to just go on a map, split, bind, whatever it is, go into a point, go to a site, and identify the areas of threat. So we're on A, long A. If we're attacking long A, what are the areas of threat? This is number one area of threat right here, spot number one. Spot number two, very common. Left side, right side spot. So that's 3, 4. You have up the ramp, right? This is a very common spot. Spot number 5. But definitely account for this. That's spot number 6, right? So now you know where your crosshair should be as you're approaching this bomb site. You know which angles to check. It's as if you have wall hacks, right? It's like pretending. And that's what crosshair placement is all about. Just think about, if you were a defender, where would you stand? So I'm right here. I know that spot right there behind the wall. So the first spot like this, shoot. So that's one spot that's clear. As soon as that spot's clear, I know the next spot is going to be the ramp, the left side. So I'm going to do this, place my crosshair right here. Right? That's crosshair placement 101. Check out this example. One of the things to understand is that that's pre-aiming. It's not always applicable. In this situation, when I did this, I know that this was most likely the only area of threat. When I did this, I knew that that was the most likely area of threat. In certain areas, like this spot right here, there's multiple areas of threat. So that's where you do a different type of crosshair placement. It's called sweep aiming. So there's 4 types of things that kind of fall under crosshair placement. There's pre-aiming, which I just showed you. There's sweep aiming. And there's pre-firing. This is where you're pre-aiming and then you're not even waiting for confirmation that someone's there. You're firing right away. This is niche, but it could be useful some situations. And then holding an angle. So this is something different that I'm going to talk about when it comes to crosshair placement. It's important and it can help you on defense. So as I said previously, pre-aiming is not always a good option because there could be some situations where their enemy could be in multiple locations. And let's just say, so this is mid. If I were to pre-aim this right here, so if I were to do this, that's dangerous because what if the enemy's here or what if he's here, right? So this is where you have to kind of sweep aim. That's just the term I use. I don't know what other terms there are, but you have to identify the areas of threat again. Areas of threat on this right here, this peak, so that's 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So that's 5 spots. So now that we've identified the areas of threat, thing is you can probably pre-aim this spot right here pretty safely. You don't have to worry too much about all this. So you can pre-aim this and you actually get 2 for 1, right? You get the guy that's above over there and you also get the peak right there. So this might be all right, but you're not going to pre-aim any of the other stuff. So this is where you want to sweep aim it. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can do the safe way, which is just kind of walking into it like this slowly, and then just kind of as soon as you see someone, you just have to stop and fire, right? Because your crosshair is already head level. Another thing you can do is run out like this. This is not bad to do either because people are expecting you to slowly walk out right here. You're almost wide peeking and then stopping on a dime and shooting. That's another way to do it. And then the next way to do it is to jiggle peek it like this, where you're slowly revealing yourself little by little. This is probably the safest way to do it, and it's called jiggle peeking. And as soon as you see someone, you stop and you shoot. That's how you do it there. But the key thing is to sweep the corner like this, right? You're sweeping it. You're not pre-aiming a certain spot, right? Because you want to eliminate that margin of error. If I pre-aim, let's just say the guy is standing right over here. If I pre-aim this and no one's there and the guy's over here, now I have to take the time to move my crosshair here. That's not good. That's you're probably dead. So that's why you want to just kind of do this. And as soon as you see someone, you kind of stop on a dime and you shoot. So that's sweep aiming. Very helpful. That's probably the thing that you're going to be doing commonly, especially when you're turning an angle. So this is a very common thing to turn on. you're going to be turning this, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be peeking, clearing this spot first, peeking this spot, and then you're going to be keeping your crosshair aligned with this edge, and you're going to be doing this, right? So this way you're able to see someone and stop on a diamond shoot. So this is going to be something you're doing is very common. The next thing to do is the next thing I told you guys about was pre-firing. So this is very niche, but let's just say I'm walking behind my teammate, he walks by here and someone's over here and he gets shot. Now if I'm standing behind him, then I can see where those shots came from, and I know that most likely the guy was just sitting in this corner. This is a great time to pre-fire, right? Because you kind of know that he's there. So essentially as soon as he dies, you do this and you just fire. You're aiming right here, so it should be fine and you should be able to get the kill. It's very niche. Sometimes you can do this on common spots that people like to maybe camp on. That's pre-firing. You're stopping on a dime like this and you're not even waiting for someone to kind of be there. You're just firing right away. The more important thing I want to talk about is holding an angle on defense. One of the very common things I'm seeing. So if you're holding an angle on B, here's the choke. A lot of people hold the angle, they hold it close to the edge, right? They hold it right here. As people get better at this game, they're not going to do this. They're going to start doing this. They're going to start wide peeking you. This is holding it here. You're setting yourself up for failure, even if they don't do that. Because think about how much reaction time you're giving yourself if you hold your crosshair right here. The better thing to do is to hold it a little bit further. This way, by the time the opponent comes here and you click, he's going to be in your crosshair, especially if he wide peeks. And if the opponent does a very partial peek, then all you have to do is cover this area, move here, and you can click. Whereas if you have your crosshair here, then there's all that area to the right side of my crosshair that I have to cover. Like, that's a lot more area than this. So that's why when you're holding an angle, keep a couple pixels away from that edge. Don't hug the wall. That you're setting yourself up to lose that fight, especially when people get better and start running out and wide peeking you like an animal like this. Like you're not gonna win that fight if you're hugging that crosshair to the edge. So it's really important to hold the crosshair a couple pixels from the edge. That way by the time you see them and by the time your reflexes react, you're clicking their head. So another thing I want to talk about is pre-aiming on defense. Now this is niche to do, but it definitely is something that can help you in a game get some very early picks, and it can also help you clear a point and get some intel. So this is mid B on a bind. So we know that the wall is right here for the attackers and that there's going to be people right there. So we gotta line our crosshair ahead of time, do a wide peek, get a couple shots out there, and then walk back. So just like this, and then come back. So your crosshair is head level, so you're going to hit, if someone's in that spot, which is a very common spot for enemies to line up on, if someone's there, you're going to hit head or two. You know, it's just a quick peek, fire 2 or 3 bullets, and then come back. This gives you intel on whether an enemy is there. You might even get a pick because it's head level. You want to be careful if there's an operator, obviously that can be a problem. So don't do this too late into rounds. But you're just lining up your crosshair before the round starts, you're peeking, and you're like that. So again, crosshair placement is critical and can get you some easy kills where you don't even need to be very mechanically inclined, right? This is just about knowing the map and then firing. Check out this example.
Stand down. Headshot. Train harder.
Okay.
One enemy
Oh my god. Alright guys, so this was a video about crosshair placement. I'm gonna make it as part of my aiming series. Subscribe for more videos. Remember to join the Discord. Follow me on Twitch. I would say there's more Keck W moments than Pog moments. So I mean, it's a good time. But remember to like the video, right? That would be great. Remember to sub. That would be even better. And the best thing would be if I saw you guys in my next video. So I'll see you guys next time.